What's going on, everybody? I've been getting a lot of requests on how I do my designs, where it comes out with a really nice texture on the front side of it. So we're gonna try to pick something real quick, and I'm gonna take it from the start to finish and show you the differences between what I've learned over time, and hopefully helps you guys out. So let's go right over and get started. So the first thing first, we're gonna go and search for a picture that we like. Okay, so the first thing is, I think this one is pretty good because I've been searching Hello Kitty designs, and I mean, who doesn't love Hello Kitty? I love Hello Kitty. I've done this one, and that one turned out pretty good, and I replaced the gun with a wrench. But this time I want to do something different, and I think the one I was kind of looking at was one with a little horsey. I think that'd be pretty good design, and now I lost it. Oh, the mermaid one is pretty cool too. But here, this is what I want to do before I get off a track here, looking at every other design. Airplane one is cool. Right here. This is the one I wanted, right? So the first thing you want to do, obviously, make sure the pictures are free to use or whatnot. So right click, save image as. Sometimes that works. Sometimes you'll have to open the image in a new tab and make it do it that way. So let me just save it in, let me make a new folder right here and just call it video for the sake of, boom, right there. And I'm gonna name it Kitty. Okay, so what I'm imagining is I'm gonna take this right here, just this right here, and I'm gonna put a name on the bottom and maybe put a circle around it. Maybe I'll see when we get into Fusion how I'm gonna do this. Okay, and then next thing you want to do, ooh, this one's really cool. Look at this one. Oh my god, I'm gonna save this one just in case I want to do this one. Okay, I'm gonna say Kitty Batman. Okay, so the next thing you want to do is convert the image to a SVG, and there's a few ways I do this. Type in image to SVG. And then the two I usually use is right here, convert.io.co, and then the image.online/convert. And if they don't work, then I go with Inkscape. And I'll show you all the ways, okay? So here's a JPG to SVG, and where did I save it? I saved it in the video folder, and we're going to take that kitty one, and we're going to say convert. And then once it converts, hopefully, sometimes it'll bring it out the details, sometimes it doesn't. It just depends on your picture. The thicker the outline, the bolder the outline, the better it is for it to detect all that. So let's save this kitty.svg. Now let's go to Fusion and let me start a new design over here. Okay, so first thing you want to do is obviously insert the SVG. Okay. Where was it? Right here, video, kitty, boom, and I'm gonna select the flat plane. Okay, there's our design right there. Okay, I'm gonna make it smaller a little bit by dragging right there, and I'm gonna bring that right over there. Okay, now I don't know if I want all this other stuff around it, so I'm gonna just hit OK on this real quick, and then I'm gonna pick a line over here and double click the whole thing, or you can just do this and just hit delete on your keyboard. And I'm gonna delete this stuff out of here because I don't want this stuff. I just want the Hello Kitty, and that's what we're gonna go with. The zebra was pretty cute, but we'll just do this and we'll get the duck out of there too. Okay, so that's our kitty right there. And as long as you gain these highlighted areas, you're pretty good. Okay, that means, I don't know the technical terms for all this stuff, but that means you'll be able to extrude from it. Okay, now let's see if we can, what else do I want to do? I want to add a name, right? So let's create text. Okay, and let's see if I can take this curve and put the text next to this curve. I don't know, let's pick a kid's name, Aaliyah. Oh, that curve is not gonna work. Okay, so let's just keep it flat. Let me cancel that. Let's do this text, and let me just go like there and do A-L-I-Y-A-H, Aaliyah. Okay, boom, boom, center, bring that back up there, and then let's pick a different font over here real quick. Where is Blender script? Okay, Blender script right there, or Blackberry Jam. Hey, Blackberry Jam looks pretty good. Okay. All right. So now that I have that, okay, with the text, what you want to do is you want to explode the text, okay? And I'll show you how to do that in 1 second. Do I want the name here? Do I want the name here? Or do I want the name here? Okay. Let's just do that. Let's keep the name here. Okay. Right click it and do explode text. Okay. And this is what you want. All right. This is what you want right here. So once we do that, now this is not going to have a background. So if we print this just as is, if you exploded this and printed it as is, it's not going to come out. It's not going to come out good. I mean, the letters are going to be by itself, freely hanging. So what we're going to do, I think I want to take a flower background, right? So I'm just going to do a simple flower outline, okay? And this is how you can add to the images, right? Let's see, this one right here. See, something simple. I want something really simple, just like where? Right here. This is a good one. Let me see if I can save this. Flower. And this is exactly how I add the wrench to the, how I added the wrench. Now again, I'm going to turn the flower into SVG and just drag that right over there and convert. And this is how I did the Hello Kitty one with the wrench, with the different things I added to it, the katana sword I added to it. You just take different pictures and you take it into Fusion and you place it where you want it, and then you explode all that, extrude everything from there. So download the flower. Now the way I'm thinking in my head, maybe it'll work out. So let's add that. Now remember, all of this has to be in a single sketch, for me at least, because that's the way it's worked for me. So I haven't finished the sketch yet. I'm still working on the same sketch, okay? So let me make this a little bigger. And right there. Maybe that's what I want. Do I want it like that? Let's just say that's what I want, okay? And then I'm gonna hit OK on that. Now, obviously, I don't want this inside line right here. And then I don't want all this stuff on the bottom, right? Because it converted that too. So I deleted that. Now, if you highlight a line and double click it, it will take the whole line. Just hit delete on that. Same thing, delete. And now we got a flower with Aaliyah's name and everything. Okay, now here's how you can, let's clean up some of this stuff real quick. It'll just help us later, not to be confused. Take this trim icon right here and just trim one of these so it doesn't take that as a shape when we're trying to extrude it. Okay, and right here too. Let me do that real quick. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that is pretty much the design I want. Okay, now I'm gonna hit finish sketch. Okay, now there's two ways to do this, right? You can explode this. Let's say I want this total thickness I want of this thing is 4 millimeters. I want it 4 millimeters thick, nothing more. Okay, so let's say I take the whole thing. The way I do it, and I'll show you both ways of what I've learned, and one takes a lot longer, wastes a lot more filament. The other one, it saves a lot of time. So highlight everything, hit E on your keyboard or extrude. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, what I like to do, if I want the total 4 millimeter, I'll keep the back of it 3 millimeter solid color, and then 1 millimeter is I'm gonna be doing all the color stuff. Like that's where it's gonna be doing all of its color changes and everything, instead of doing the whole 4 millimeter. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the way I used to do it and how it wastes so much time when I didn't even think about it. Okay, so the way I used to do it was, now that I got all my shapes, I'm gonna hit E, extrude, and I'm gonna do 4 millimeter, right? And you want to do new components. It will help you out with the colors. New components is just the way to go. Just keep doing new components and everything. Okay, now it's gonna hide your sketch. Go back to your sketch over here and then hit the eyeball and bring the sketch back. Okay, so we did that. All right, now let me do the outline on Hello Kitty. Okay, the outline, extrude, 4 millimeters, new component, boom. Okay, the eyes, extrude, 4 millimeters, new component, boom. Okay, eye of this guy, 4 millimeters, new component, boom. Okay, the nose, I don't want the outline, so I'm gonna do the whole thing as one nose. Okay, so 4 millimeters, new component, boom. Okay, Now where we at? Now let's do the name real quick so we don't get confused. 4 millimeters, new component. Just keep clicking the next shape, and boom, boom. All right, the name is done. Let's do the horse's body. 4 millimeter, new component. Boom, boom, and let's just leave that right there for right now in case I want different colors in the hair. So 4, boom, boom. And the hair and the tail should be the same thing, I think. Maybe the nose too. Well, we'll see. The nose, 4 millimeters. Boom. Okay. Hello Kitty. Let me finish the horse up real quick. Boom. 4 millimeter. New component. Let's take that. Let's take this guy. Let's take this guy. Let's take this guy. Let's assume all of that is just going to be one color. Okay. And then let's do Hello Kitty's face. I think Hello Kitty's face is white. And then the body, the legs, and the arms are white too. So we'll just do that. And then the clothes are the same color, I think. Boom, boom, and boom. New component, because I'm going to make the hat the same color. 4. And it doesn't matter how many components you make it. There's just more things to color. Like if you're not sure what color it's going to be, you can extrude one by one as each component, but I know since I've done this before, all of these are like the same color. So when I hit that component and I want to color it, it will all be the same color. So this is white too. So boom, boom, boom. And I don't know what color that's going to be, but let's just make it something for right now. Okay. The tail, I think tail is white as well. New component, boom. And I don't even know what this is. Some weird space in the back, but we'll just keep it like that. All right, now the only thing that's left is the background. So hit extrude 4 millimeters and new component. Now we're going to take all the spaces that are empty. Okay, so because that's all going to be the background. Okay. Maybe not that. I don't know what that is. Whatever, we'll just keep it like that. Okay, that, then inside these letters. Okay, now pretty much our design is complete right now. Okay, because we did 4 millimeters. I'm gonna hide the sketch so you can see it. We did 4 millimeters extrude. Okay, and that's our design right there. Now let's save this. Let's just call it Kitty video because this is for the video I'm doing. Okay, all right, now when you export this for Bamboo, step file, step file, step file, step file. Forget the STLs, do the step file. It's a lot faster, a lot better. Just trust me on that, okay? And then export, okay? So once we export it to the step file, go back to our bamboo slicers, okay? And let's bring that in, okay? Bamboo videos and kitty step right here, okay? So now we got all this over here. Obviously, we're limited to 4 colors so right now, okay? So that's our design right there, okay? And the easiest way to color these designs is simple. Okay, go to objects over here. Let me just make everything default settings so you can see the difference between what I've learned, how I like to do. So this is the way I don't like doing because this takes a lot of time. Okay, so if you go to objects and here's all your components that you extruded. Okay, so I think that's the outline. What's that? The eyes, sure. Or that's the eye right there. The nose, I think, is supposed to be white. Aaliyah's name, let's just make it pink for right now. And horsey pink. What is that? Horsey's hair, let's make it black. Black. Not black, not pink. I don't know. Let's just make it something different for right now. Let's just do pink for right now. Okay. And the Hello Kitty is white, so let's take the nose to pink. Okay. And then what is all this stuff? The hat, what do I want the hat? Let's just do pink. Yeah, let's just do pink for right now. And white on that. And pink on that. And then white on that. So what I'm doing right now is I'm going down the components and I'm just hitting the, if you can see over here, I'm going down the components and I'm just hitting the number keypad to the number keypad right here to color it according to the number keypads over here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I'm just going down. That's white. Now we'll keep that pink, white, pink, white. Let's just keep that white and white. And number 2 and pink, black, white, yellow kind of looks cool. But what I do want to do actually is, what do we do here? The outline. Okay, so the outline is the number 1 right here. So that one will make it black. Oops, didn't mean to write 4 in there. Black. Okay, so that is pretty much the design. Let's just assume that's the colors you want. Okay, and what I like to do from here is I like to flip the design. Okay, 180 upside down. Okay, so now if you slice the plate, let's see how long it's going to take and how many filament changes it has to go through, because it's got to do 4 millimeters of layers back and forth, back and forth, back and forth of filament changes. Okay, so it just got done slicing. Not that it took a long time. Also it took a really long time slicing, but if you can see, the filament changes is 61 times. Okay, and the total time is going to take is 3 hours and 18 minutes. Okay, now let's do it the way I like doing it. Okay, so we're gonna run through this real quick again, but here's how I like doing it. Okay, so I'm just gonna undo everything for right now. Okay, go back to where it was, everything was flat. Okay, right here. Okay, so this was our sketch. Okay, now the first thing I like doing is taking the whole thing, okay, and hit E for extrude and doing it 3 millimeters. Like I said, I like doing 3 millimeters of solid color, 1 millimeter of color changes. Okay, but here's a key. I'm gonna do -3. Okay, -3 because you want the sketch on the top. Okay, if you extrude it over top of the sketch, then it will mess it up. Okay, so you want to extrude it behind the sketch. Okay, so -3, I'm gonna go backwards -3. Okay, and then as a new component, I'm gonna hit OK. All right, now you can see it's a solid piece of flower. Right now, the eyeball on the sketch again. We're gonna bring the sketch back. Now our sketch is still on top, and that's what we want. We want the sketch on top of it. Okay, that's why we did -3. Okay, now we can start doing everything 1 millimeter. Okay, so 1 millimeter. New component. Okay, that's the outline. Okay, again, the hat, I think the hat and the body was the same, the clothes were the same color, pink, and I think the horse's body was pink too. Let's just do that to like save time right now, and let's just do all that pink. And Aaliyah's name was pink too, so we'll copy that too in there. So remember, this is all 1 millimeter new component. I think this was pink too, and that was pink. Okay, and this was pink. So everything that's the same color, I can pretty much do same component. The nose was pink. I don't know if the nose was pink or not, but I'll do that for right now. Okay, and then the outline of Hello Kitty, that was black, so 1 millimeter. I could have done that with outline of the flower too, but oh well. Black eyes, we know that. So hit OK on that. And the hat, I think, was white. So 1 millimeter on that. The face was white. The hands and the tail and this piece of ear is white. And we'll do 1 millimeter new component on that. The nose, I don't remember what I picked the nose. So I'm just going to do 1 millimeter component by itself so I can pick a color later. Okay. So we got this hat piece right here, 1 millimeter new component. What else do we got? We got horses here. Boom, boom, boom. This guy. This guy. That guy. That guy. 1 millimeter. We're gonna do new component. I think we're all done with the Hello Kitty. And that. Okay, so now we just got this background to go. Okay, so background, 1 millimeter, new component. Whenever it comes up, new component. Okay, so the background, this was in the background, this was in the background, this was in the background, this is in the background, and the inside of the letters is in the background. And I think that's everything. Okay, so if you see this, all right. Now we did 3 millimeters behind. Let me hide the sketch. We did 3 millimeters behind and then 1 millimeter of the rest of the design. Okay. From what I've seen, I'm going to export this and I'm going to say kitty video 1 millimeter. Okay. And I'm going to export it as a step file. Now, remember, 61 filament changes, 3 hours, 18 minutes. Okay. So let's go back and bring the other design in. Okay. And 1 millimeter right here. From what I've learned, 1 millimeter of color is enough for it to not bleed through. Okay. So this one, we wanted black. Was it black? What is this? That's the rest of the body. Okay, so you can see that that was the first thing that we extruded, right? The back of the body, right? So let's just say that's gonna be all black, okay? And then this outline I think was black. The body was pink, and this was white. Nope, that's the outline, black. And then this was white, I think. Yep. And then what is this guy? That's the nose. Okay, nose I'm gonna keep it pink. That I'm gonna keep it white. This I'm gonna make it black. Actually, yellow was looking pretty good. No, maybe black. Okay, I'll keep it black. Okay, and then the rest of it is right here. Okay, let's just say we want it yellow. Okay, so that's everything that we've colored. Okay, now let's turn it upside down. Okay, and then slice. Okay, so now it's only should be doing the color changes on 1 millimeter, and then after it's done with all of that, the rest of the 3 millimeter is supposed to just fill it up with a solid color. Okay, no more color changes. Now, look at the difference. Filament changes 17 times versus 61 times. And then the total print time, hour 25 instead of 3 hours and some change that it was. Okay, so that's pretty much how I like doing my designs. Okay, because I know that that bleed through is not going to be there. 1 millimeter is usually enough. Okay, but if you find that 1 millimeter on some lighter colors like this, some of the black might show through. Okay, but if you change the back a little bit, okay, so the black might show through on the yellow. So I could make the whole black. I could make the whole back yellow. Okay, it doesn't really matter. I could make it yellow, so now it's not gonna bleed through. Okay, it's the same thing. It's just gonna be doing one color. Okay, like I said, I realize 1 millimeter is enough, but sometimes I go 1.5. It just depends on what colors I'm working with. If I'm going from black to white, I might do 1.5 instead of just 1. But same thing, filament changes. Okay, 17 times now, hour 25 minutes. Okay, and then now more so this part, you're not going to see the bleed through because it's yellow behind it too. Okay, so this is how it's going to do. It's going to do what, 5 layers of color changes, okay, which is 1 millimeter. Okay, and then the rest is just going to start filling it up nice and clean with the yellow. Okay, hour and 25. So I'm going to print this and we're going to look at the final product, and then I'm going to show it to you guys. So that's how I like doing it. Remember, first thing first, okay, if there's any confusion, go back to the video, pause it and look at it, see what I did. Biggest thing, you want to extrude negative. The first body, the whole body that you're going to extrude, negative. Okay, and make sure you're not taking the part, you're not extruding the parts that might be empty spaces. Okay, so extruded negative. Have the sketch on the top. That's the main thing. And once the sketch, let me go ahead. And once the sketch is done, then you can go ahead, once the extrude of the body negative is done, then you can go ahead and bring it up 1 millimeter to the rest of the length. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and print this, and I'm gonna show you guys the final product, and hopefully it comes out good. I think it should bring out all the details, and then we'll finish the video up. And if there's any questions, obviously reach out to me on YouTube, Facebook, wherever, and then we'll go from there. If this video has helped you out in any way, do me a favor, hit the like and subscribe button. Follow me on my Instagram, on my Facebook. All the links should be down below. That's where I post most of my designs. Every now and then I'll come up with new designs, new ideas to do things. If you guys like these tutorial videos, I'll try to do more of them. Just let me know what you guys want to see and I'll try to get it done. Thank you. And here it is. It's done. I think it came out pretty damn good. Nice solid colors and the texture. Let me do a close-up over here. And as you guys can see, the smooth texture that it's got on the front. Really beautiful. The back is solid yellow, and right here. And now I gotta find somebody named Aaliyah that's spelled this way to give this to her.